in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No. At a return. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always around, just exhausting.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, it's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here's the give off the left side. Got enough for the first. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Got his man in the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Going right to work up top. Snagged on the outside, it's Barnes. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
First and goal from the 5 as they try to put up the first points of this game. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out into the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Bringing the heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Back to throw, it's Carr. To the end zone, and it's picked off. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And nice drive by this offense. They move the football 0-0. You think they're going to take the lead. They make the big mistake, and now the other offense set up in the red zone with an opportunity for them to put some points on the board and break the tie.
Got it back on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas, just safely. Go bananas, go crazy, but, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
He'll bring it out. It's Pauling. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Flanagan. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The give is to Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Notre Dame looking for this fourth down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Looking for room, it's Payne. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for them now.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already been picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They're going to run it. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give is to Williams. Takes it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise in the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down, partner. He's a yard short. Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You've got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You've got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. A dynamic return. Explosive and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Now the chance for perhaps the most rewarding one-yard drive in the history of football. For 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Price. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Carr. The short hands, it's Gilbert. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, second down, clock's running. They'll move the tight end. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Just keeps moving. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to show off some leg strength 58 yards out and trying to bend it in from the right side. And it's good from 58 yards out. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll ride the hot hand. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. Dropping back. It's Mateer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Sategna. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. Got room at the 35. He's into the open down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. He's got it. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for the big play. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sooner Nation bearing down it. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Looking to throw on first down. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Flanagan. Turning it on. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll pull it on the read. At the 35, he's got room. Breaks away on the route. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
To throw, it's Mateer. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Touchdown, Sooner! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Complete to the left. Gets away from one. Finds